Change your thoughts, change your life. The magic of big thinking. Imagine this. What if your mind controlled everything in your life? Who you become, where you go, what you achieve? Then what if just changing your thoughts could change your entire life? There was once an ordinary man in New York City. Every morning he took the subway to his office. The streets were crowded, the faces were tired, and everything felt mechanical, like life was stuck on repeat. One morning, he looked in the mirror and said, "I will not think small anymore. I will think big." From that day, his life began to change, because big thinking makes people big. That's exactly what David Schwartz teaches in his famous book, The Magic of Thinking Big. He said, "You are what you think." Small thinking creates a small life. Big thinking opens up unlimited possibilities. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times, but every time he said, resolute, "I will create the light bulb." And his big thinking brightened the whole world. There was a young businessman. Every project he tried ended in failure. People told him, "You can't do it." But one day he said, "I can. I will find a new way." That one thought changed everything. He became successful. That's the magic of big thinking. This book teaches us one golden rule. Stop making excuses. Start taking action. Because no one became great by saying, "I don't have time," "I don't have money," or "I'm just unlucky." Henry Ford once said, "If you think you can or think you can't, you're right." One person says, "I don't have time." Another says, "I'll make time." Guess who wins? The second one, always. There was a young programmer. He worked 14 hours a day. Everyone told him, "Take a break." But he said, "No, I will finish this." Within 1 month, he built an app that earned him a $1 million deal. That's the power of confidence. And what about fear? Everyone feels fear. But once you take action, fear begins to fade. There was a young speaker. At first, he couldn't even talk in front of people. So he practiced every day in front of a mirror. After a few weeks, his fear disappeared. Today, he's a famous public speaker. Remember this: when you run from fear, your life stays small. When you face it, your life grows bigger. Let's hear another story. There was a young man named Mahir. Everyone around him was negative and hopeless. Slowly, he started losing his motivation too. One day, he decided to change his environment. He began spending time with people who dreamed big, thought big, and worked hard. 1 year later, his entire life transformed. Because the people around you shape your thinking. Now ask yourself, will you just think, or will you act too? Walt Disney started with a small cartoon idea. Today, his dream is called Disneyland. Another entrepreneur had no money at all. Still, he opened a tiny food store. Over time, it grew into a successful restaurant chain. Success is never an overnight story. It's built through small steps and big thoughts every single day. There was also a student who failed in his exams. But every morning he wrote down one line: "I will be the best." In just 1 month, his results completely changed. Because what you think, you become. Final message. My friends, think big. Stop making excuses. Believe in yourself. Stay close to positive people. and take that one step today toward your dream. Because if your thoughts are big, your life will become big too. So tell me, are you ready to break free from small thinking? Comment your biggest dream below and share this video with a friend who needs to believe again. Because maybe today is the day their new life begins. Think big, live big.